Integers. All right. Now, what do you think an integer is? Anybody know? It's sometimes you hear a number, but hear what a word is, but it's hard to explain. What's an integer? Anybody know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of definitions. That's one of them. What else? A lot of ways to explain it. No problem. I know you can see it.
Is it like if you put 3 as a whole number, then 3 as like 3?
Those are two integers. Those are two integers. Yeah, those are two integers. Those are two. There's an example of two integers. Here we go. So all the numbers that we use in the world are called real numbers. All right, we're called real numbers. And real numbers are divided into two categories. You have rational numbers. Rational, boy, smart over there. Rational numbers and irrational numbers. Now we won't stay so much on the irrational side in this class, but we'll stay a lot. We got a lot to say about the rational numbers. All right. So under the rational numbers, you also have some types. Let's go through. The first one we got. First type of rational number I want to talk about. Fractions. We started the class with fractions. What's an example of a fraction? Who? 1/2. That's right. 1/2. That's a fraction. All right. Another example of a rational number is a certain type of decimal. Anybody know the two types of decimals? A repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. All right. What's a repeating decimal? Give me an example. 3.33, or I can put a ball at the top, or I can say dot, dot, dot. That's repeating decimal. All right. And what's the other type of decimal? Start with a T. It's a movement by it. Terminating decimal. There we go. Terminating decimal. And give me an example of a terminating decimal. 2.3, something like that. It stopped, right? So far we've gone over fractions, repeating decimals, and terminating decimals. All right, now, after we have those rational numbers, we have whole numbers. All right, so fractions like a piece. Decimal, that's like a piece. Now we have whole numbers. Give me an example of a whole number. All right. Start this. 0, 1, 2, 3, and dot, dot, dot. What does dot, dot, dot mean? And so on. So on and so forth. We keep on going. All right, that's a whole number. Let's zoom in some more. Right, there we go. All right. So I'm gonna put a little dot there too. All right. After whole number, we have something called a natural number. A natural number. A natural number is 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. So a natural number is like a counting number. If you count $100 bills, what's the first number you're supposed to hear? 1. Yeah, count number. You never put a $100 bill down and say 0, 1. That's kind of how Smokey was counting. Then he flipped the money over, started over. That ain't gonna work. A natural number. So what's the difference between a natural number and a whole number? Yeah. Whole number starts with 0. Natural number starts with 1. Everything else is the same. And the last type we'll deal with, which is where we are today, these are called integers. All right. Integers, I want you to start off with dot, 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 and then say -3, -2, -1, then 0, then 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. All right. All right. Integers. What's the difference between an integer and a whole number? Huh? Yeah. Integers got negative numbers. So integers are really negative and positive whole numbers. That's what integer is. Alright, so now, that's what we'll start with today. Now, turn your paper to the side. And there's a little margin, a little light margin on the outside of your on your page. Turn your paper to the side. And I want you to draw a line, but I want you to put arrows on each direction. Doesn't matter how long you draw it. Find the middle somewhere. Find the middle. All right. Find the middle. Put a little tick mark there, and then put 0. All right. Find the middle. Put a tick mark. Put a 0. All right. Now, a line is just a line, but when you put numbers on it, it's called a what? A number line. Right? It's called a number line now. Now, if this is 0 right here in the middle, what type of numbers are found on the right side of 0?
Positive.
Yep. So we're gonna come over here and put a little dip, and we're gonna put positive. Positive. Positive numbers to the right. That's where I want my money to be. On the positive, on the right side of righteousness of 0. I want to be in a positive bank account. But then there are times when you're on the left side of 0, and that's called a what?
Negative.
Yeah, that's the negative side. That's the depressing side. Negative side of 0, Lord. The left side of 0. Alright? So what I want you to do now is on each line you have, go ahead and put some numbers on there. Just put some numbers. I want to put 1. However many you got to your arrow. Some of y'all will have 10. Somebody have 5. It doesn't matter. Just it'll do what we need it to do. Okay. Got 7 on this side. Okay. Mine never even out, but it is what it is. All right. Now, let's talk about what it means to be on the positive side of 0. Okay. So if we're on the positive side of 0, skip some space under your number line. Skip some space. All right. Now we'll say the farther away from 0, the larger the number. All right. The farther I am from 0, the richer I am. That's on the positive side. The farther I am away from 0, the richer I am. Think about it. What's closer to 0? 7 or 3? 3 is close to 0. Alright? The farther you are away, the larger the number. Is 7 bigger than 3? Yeah, because it's farther away from 0. If I look at 7 and look at the number 115, 115 will be in this arrow somewhere, right? Way on down, right? The farther you are from 0, the larger the number. So always think, when you got to compare two numbers, whoever the farthest away from 0 is the larger. That's on the positive side. However, on the negative side, that's not the case. On the negative side, the farther you are from 0, the smaller the number. Let's put that down, then we'll talk about it. That's on the negative side. The farther away from 0, the smaller the amount. Alright? The farther you get away from 0 on the negative side, the smaller amount of money you got. Let's think about it. Alright? Let's think about it. I want you to put a dot on -1, bubble in on -1, and then bubble in on -5. Alright. The farther you are away from 0, the smaller the number. Which number is smaller, -1 or -5? -5 is smaller. Think about it like this. Would you rather owe me $1 or owe me $5? You rather owe me 1. Because the further you get away from 0, the more money you owe, right? The less money you got. So on the negative side, the closer you are to 0, the what? Larger the number. The closer you are, that's for the negative side. The closer to 0, that's the bigger number. So -1 is larger than -5 because -1 is closer to 0. If any question ever asks you how you know he's larger, you say this. Well, I know -3 is larger than -15 because -3 is closer to what?
0.
Closer to 0. All right? Closer to 0. The closer to 0, the larger. The farther away, the smaller. All right? That's only for the negative part. Now, let's do some words that mean negative and positive. What words you think about when you think about negative? You think about this word, you know it's negative. What word you got? Subtract. You're right. You're right. Subtract. Well, not quite. Not necessarily. It gets smaller. But what if you're playing football and you running the ball? You're the running back. All right. You got some stats going up. What word would they say that means you got negative stats? You did what? Some yards. You lost something. You lost something. So that's, if you got some stats, you lost 15 yards, that's a -15 on your stat sheet. What if you're playing basketball? What are some words that mean negative on your stat sheet? Missed, right? Turnover. Missed. Yeah, turnover. If you put up 5 shots and missed all 5, your stats not gonna say positive.
Sorry.
Stop saying that, man. It could have been some powerful defense on you. All right?
Nah. Not over 5. What's the stats you got?
So you missed, all right? You missed, so lost. If you let's say down, all right? If something went down, that's a negative, all right? If you pay somebody something, that's negative, all right? So we'll say in checking account, we'll say withdraw. Withdraw means you lose the money out your account. If you bought something, that's negative. Decrease. EASE. Decrease. And last one we'll put below 0. All right, so if you decrease your money or you went below 0, oh, that's negative. Now let's go on the positive side and let's see if we can get some opposites. What's some words that mean positive? Add. What else? Gain. If you gain some yards, you better say, well, if you lost more than you gained. But then if you just gain yards, all gain, positive. If you didn't miss it, you made the shots, that's positive, right? What about the opposite of down? That's right. If you're in an airplane and the airplane descend, it's negative. But the airplane is ascending, is what? Positive. All right, you're going up. What else? Deposit. That's right. That's what I like. Deposit. I got 2 girls though, so I don't see deposit that much. I see withdrawal. All right. So what about opposite decrease? Increase. All right. What about opposite below 0? Above 0. All right. So we can't even put them all, but that's the idea I want you to have when you start talking about how to express integers. Now, what I want you to do is for the next 7 seconds, these 4 right here. And then when you get them, go and put them on the board real quick. Now. All right, now it's time to practice. I want you to complete the problems that are highlighted right here.